welcome to episode 4 of the Hoofington Post. I'm Donut Steele.
I'm Top Story.
And I'm Victor Felton.
So, Top Story is going to give you the rundown of today's episodes since he was the writer for it.
Well, basically, we're going to be discussing the latest 2 episodes. The Gabby Gums one, which I cannot remember the name of.
Ponyville Confidential.
Ponyville Confidential, thank you for saying that at the same time. And Mystery on the Friendship Express. And after that, we will be talking about the fan project Fighting is Magic, as well as the fanfiction Allegrezza and the shipping genre as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, so to start off the discussion of Ponyville Confidential, my impression of the episode was I think it's my favorite Cutie Mark Crusader episode yet, apart from Hearts and Hooves Day. I think they did a really good job with this episode. I loved everyone's reaction to the Gabby Gums column and fueled my hatred for Diamond Tiara even more.
Why does everyone hate Diamond Tiara? She's not that bad.
You just like to make people mad, don't you?
Oh, come on!
Victor, you're an insider. That's what you like to do. No one likes Diamond Tiara, Victor.
I like Diamond Tiara.
No, you don't.
So, what was your impression of the episode, Victor?
Well, I actually also quite enjoyed the episode. I wouldn't say it was the best Cutie Mark Crusader episode. I mean, it was definitely good. They've definitely improved the writing for all of the Cutie Mark Crusaders, and they've really worked out their dynamic both between them and with Ponyville itself. And, of course, it had a lot of random callbacks, and definitely all the Rarity bits. I love the Rarity bits. Et tu, Sweetie Belle.
Victor loves the Rarity bits.
That was probably my
other news.
Now fall Top Story.
Yeah. I have to say that I really, really love the Et tu Gabby Gums part. That was probably my favorite little line in that. But the episode as a whole, I really enjoyed. I think it was probably the best Cutie Mark Crusaders episode, except for Hearts and Hooves Day, but that was more like also Big Mac and Charlie, so it doesn't really count. But did anyone else think when they saw Diamond Tiara spin around in that chair, just, get me pictures of Spider-Man?
Yes, I'm pretty sure everyone did.
Oh yeah. Diamond Tiara is best J. Jonah Jameson.
Yeah.
Yes. And Featherweight is best Spider-Man.
Indeed.
Or best Spider-Man.
Yeah, and just basically the entire episode just worked pretty well, and it, added more to the Cutie Mark Crusaders as a whole, and it was just a good episode.
Oh yeah, very good episode.
Except for the character of Featherweight, that conniving little...
I know, he's so evil.
Blackmails everyone, becomes editor-in-chief. That man is going to rise to power one day, and Ponyville will be powerless to stop him.
Yeah. Princess Featherweight. I call it now. One day there will be revolution.
But he's a boy.
Well, that's how Christian works. It's a matriarchy, so they use matriarchal terms.
Princess Featherweight?
Mm-hmm.
Well, better than Princess Spike, I suppose.
Well, anything's better than Princess Spike.
Yeah, that's hard to argue against.
Why does Spike get so much hate?
Because he deserves it.
Because he plays the straight man, and he has awful episodes, and I don't like Spike episodes.
Hey,
That's
I actually sort of enjoy Dragon Quest now that I've seen it a couple more times. Though that's more Rarity again.
I don't think a good episode means you have to watch it 6 times before you like it.
I'm pretty sure that's just like the food principle, where you have to force yourself to like it by eating it 7 times.
I've never watched any of the episodes 7 times.
Only 6.
No, actually not even 6. I'm a really bad bro.
Moving on.
You brought up that Ponyville Confidential was not your favorite CMC episode, Victor, so what is your favorite?
My favorite CMC episode is actually... Oh, I forgot it. It'll come back to me in a bit. Wait for it. No, it's gone.
We're done waiting.
Okay. Well, that was productive.
Right.
I'll remember it like 5 minutes later, just blurt it out.
Moving on to Mystery on the Friendship Express. I love this episode. It's a Pinkie Pie episode, and while...
Pinkie Pie and Twilight.
Yeah, Pinkie Pie and Twilight episode, and I love both of those characters. I think one of my favorite episodes from season 1 is Party of One, and Mystery on the Friendship Express is another wonderful Pinkie Pie episode. And I just love all the little references they had there, and the cast of characters they introduced was great.
Yeah, I for one am just glad that they kind of brought Griffins back, because you saw Gilda in it was episode 5, right, of first season, and then just no other Griffins, no other reference of any Griffins, and then finally we get another one. So that was fun, and I just agree with everything that Donut Steele has said. It's just another great Pinkie Pie episode, and I loved all the references, like the B-movie Asian film Donkey.
B-movie Asian films, spy thrillers.
Yeah, and
Julia Miles. I wonder how many people actually got that. If you did get that, I'm impressed.
The first time
you know your food.
I did not get it the first time.
Her way of speaking kind of tipped me off.
oh,
first.
Julia
I'm like,
Childs. Oh,
and Top Story gets it for the first time. But yeah, just her manners, the way she was speaking when they first brought her in, I'm like, is she going to be the Julia Child character? And
Showstoppers, that's what it's called.
that one.
That one.
Wow.
That was my favorite Cutie Mark Crusader episode.
you really did just blurt it out randomly.
Well, I just remembered it.
Yeah, apparently. But yeah, I liked... Oh, and Pony Joe, Donut Joe said the word steal in a sentence. Donut steal is now canon. That's
Donuts is now
the way
canon.
I consider it.
Exactly. That's how canon works.
I agree.
So also, it should be noted that MM Mystery on the Friendship Express, as I like to call it, because I'm Victor Felton. Don't give me that look, Donut.
You don't say.
Victor Felton does what he pleases.
Victor Felton does what Victor Felton wants.
Victor Felton don't give a buck.
Exactly. Anyway, so a lot of people were thinking that it was going to be this big Sherlock Holmes thing, and it was with the individual characters, but...
But Murder on the Orient Express isn't a Sherlock Holmes thing.
No, Murder on the Orient Express is actually Agatha Christie with Poirot, and that's both where they got the title and basic plot.
Yeah, the whole plot did follow that, and it wasn't... I mean, I like that they threw in the Sherlock Holmes, but... I mean, because I love Sherlock Holmes, but...
As do I.
It was a little odd to have those both at the same time, I guess, if I could give one critique to the episode.
Also, Giant Spitting Saw Blades of Death, girls show.
Yes.
For little children.
And trains.
Yeah.
Maidens being tied up to train tracks.
Oh, the silent film bit was
I love how Zukov became the wonderful mustache-twirling villain.
Yes.
yeah.
Oh, and that reminds me. Do you think all Griffins'
Have
names
that
start with a
glorious-
G?
I think all Griffins should have that glorious of facial hair, though, actually.
Yeah, especially the females.
Gilda needs a beard.
Yeah, just like an epic... Like,
I mean, she had a mustache.
Thank you, Top Story, for not turning off your phone before starting the podcast.
Hush.
We're going to edit this out, right?
No.
Yeah. No, do it, please.
So what did you think of MM Mystery on the Friendship Express?
Didn't I already say what I thought of it?
I think you did.
He did say what he thought of it, Victor, and it's pronounced mystery.
See also your face. Fighting is magic. Go.
Well, Fighting is Magic is a fan project they're using the horrible system Fighter Maker, which just has to be tamed and whipped into shape to make a My Little Pony fighting game. And they're currently in pre-alpha, but they have the basic designs for all 6 characters done, and it looks really awesome, and Pinkie Pie is super OP.
Not as OP as Fluttershy.
Oh yeah, Fluttershy is the most OP. Just stare, insta-kill. But yeah, I feel like it's going to be a really, really good project, and I cannot wait for it. What do you guys think of it?
Well, you play fighting games?
I occasionally play fighting games. I'm not that great. I'm a fan of Smash Bros. Melee and Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and Dissidia Final Fantasy. I love Duodecim. But it's definitely more in the vein of like a Street Fighter, Marvel vs. Capcom sort of fighter. And I'm personally very excited for it. It looks like it's got fairly tight controls. It looks like all the fighters are fairly diverse. And I can't wait to abuse Rarity's backwards gem move like no tomorrow. And Pinkie Pie's run off the screen and bounce into things.
Pinkie Pie's fly off the screen move is so broken.
And I, of course, don't play fighting games.
Victor doesn't play fighting games. Yeah. What is your opinion
Victor
of
does not fighting games?
No, I've never been able to get into one. It's just...
Will you be able to get into this one?
I might be. Problem with Brawl, at least for me, was it was a bit too floaty, I believe is the term. But I might try this one out just because it's My Little Pony. That'd be the only reason.
Yeah, getting slightly off topic. I think I prefer Melee to Brawl just because, I'm not sure what the reason is, but I think, it felt a little floaty for my tastes. And I liked Brawl's Final Smash system. I liked the character roster. I liked the stage variety. But I think that Melee is just stronger overall. I feel like it was slightly tighter as far as controls go.
Yes.
That's just me.
Agreed, but... and if any of you who are listening want to check out Fighting is Magic, their website is main6.com.
MANE, the number 6.com.
We'll leave a link in the description bar thingy.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, moving on. We get to talk about a wonderful fan fiction featuring Donut Steele's favorite pony, Octavia. And there's some pony called Final Scratch, too.
Who's that?
I don't know.
No one knows.
But yes, fanfiction Allegrezza. What was your opinion of it, Victor?
I actually started reading it when it first came out, and I went along with it as it was produced and stuff. And then at the very end, for some reason, I didn't read the last chapter until, like, a week ago. Which is weird because it was released a long time ago and it was finished a long time ago and Coffee Grunt has already moved on and he's doing Hip Flanks and Sweets or something like that. I don't know.
Harp Flank and Sweets?
Yeah, that might be the name, and that's like a prequel with Lyra and Bonbon instead. And so if none of you have ever read or live under a rock and don't know what Allegrezza is...
I think some people have read, Victor. They might not have read Allegrezza.
But they have indeed read.
Yeah.
If you have never read Allegrezza, or currently do not know what an internet is, how are you watching this? But, well, listening to this.
And watching. We have a little static image thing.
That's true.
Now it's going to dance. Victor's going to make it dance, isn't he?
Victor Felton will make it dance. It dances for your amusement. Look at how much it dances. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Okay, it is now done dancing. So anyway, Allegrezza is a shipping fanfic between Octavia and Vinyl Scratch. And so, my opinion of it's very well made, very well written, and that's the part I enjoy about it most. The Octavia Scratch ship, is there a specific name for that?
Is it like Vinyltavia or...
Vintavia?
Something? I don't think they...
Octascratch?
Octascratch, maybe?
Well, no, because then you have Octavia, which is the little octopus.
Octagonal.
Oh, right.
Octavius.
There's probably an official name for it, but I don't know it exactly.
Oh, well, we will refer to it as the Octavia X Vinyl Scratch ship, then.
My opinion is I started reading it probably 3 or 4 chapters in and just kept with it. It was one of the first fan fictions I ever really read besides Cupcakes. And I just I grew really, really attached to the characters of Octavia and Vinyl Scratch, and I felt like it was really, really well written and well done, and it wasn't just like, let's make these 2 characters, just do it. It was like there was actually, a reason, and it took a while, and the ending was freaking beautiful, and I loved it, and it's probably one of my top fan fictions that I've ever read, so...
And every pony cried at the end.
Every pony cried.
Seriously. I think we all know our feelings regarding a certain fan fiction which failed to evoke any sort of emotional response in us. But I think Allegrezza was very, very, very well written. Octavia is my favorite pony of all time.
Is it because of this fic?
No, actually. I liked Octavia before I read Allegrezza. I had not read Allegrezza for a while. And then I finally started reading it. And I absolutely loved it. The shipping did not feel forced. It felt natural given the way the characters were written. And the ending was absolutely beautiful. I loved it.
Spoilers.
Yeah, spoiler alert.
Yeah. Sorry about that if you haven't read the fiction.
If you hadn't read the fic, go back in time and skim over this part.
Yeah. Victor will censor out the spoilers, won't he?
Yes, Victor will.
Excellent. Top story.
Now we'll have to censor that out.
Really,
too.
Donut Steal?
You do that
Really?
every time.
I do that every episode. It's
You
horrible.
do that. Why don't I just call you by your real name? Donut Steal.
Because then I'd beat you over the head with a palm tree. And we have those here.
I will find a bucket of water. I will find one.
Is he the Wicked Witch of the West?
Oh, what a world! What a world! No. That is not how we do things, Victor.
Okay.
But yeah, I loved the fanfiction's ending, and it was a great read. Read it on and off for a little while, but I was satisfied with it.
And I feel like it was how shipping should have been done. I feel like the entire genre should almost take a note from Allegrezza and be like, this is how you're supposed to make it good.
Yeah.
Because, our next topic is the whole shipping genre in general, and I feel like the problem with a lot of shipping is it's very half-assed, kind of. They're just like, here's a character, here's another character,
and then
let's
they make
them have a relationship, and it makes no sense. Or it's just cloppy and weird.
Yeah, or it's all off-screen.
Yeah.
And I don't mean that bits, I meant this is why they're in a relationship bits.
And my main problem with a lot of shipping stuff is that with established characters, a lot of the times they're acting outside of their character.
Yeah, a lot of people
behavior.
write them outside of how they would normally react and act, and it does seem a little odd, but not to say I don't like the shipping genre. I mean, it's it's interesting to see like relationships that we don't get to see in canon, and we can't really see in canon because it is a children's show. But sometimes it's just a little bit stupid, like the Fluttershy tree shipping.
Well, that's probably a crack ship.
That's less of a shipping fic and more of a not safe for work fiction.
Yeah,
There won't be a link to that one in the description.
No, there won't. If you really want to find that one, go and look it up yourself. But we're not giving you the link to it.
No, in fact, don't go look it up.
Yeah,
really don't.
No.
There's also Applejack X Tree, and it's bad.
No, thank you.
No.
All the nopes.
Victor does not want to see his favorite pony doing that.
No. Well,
or read about.
Second. No.
Yeah. What are your guys' thoughts on
Applejack's your second favorite pony now?
Right, they flip-flop.
Yeah, they flip-flop. It's between Rarity and Applejack, constantly going back and forth depending on what episode I have viewed last.
I see. And what triggered this flip?
At 2 Gabby Gums.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah.
I loved Rarity's bits in that episode.
Didn't you also like that
Rarity's
Applejack
bits.
was the only one who didn't do anything bad in Mystery on the Ponyville Express?
I did, except for the fact that she didn't exist in that episode.
She was there, like, twice.
She had... I can't even remember if she had a line.
Half a line? Maybe? I don't know.
Did she have a line?
She had lines. Like,
How many?
A few.
You could count them on a hoof.
So, 1?
My point.
No, I'm sure she made some comment about Big Macintosh carrying the cake.
And then she made and then when,
Also, Big Macintosh can drag a house along, no problem, but apparently a cake is...
That cake is just demonic.
The cake is dense.
Yeah.
The cake is made of dark matter
Probably.
or something. Well, ponies are made of dark matter anyway, so it would
Yeah,
make
but he
sense.
was dragging Barry Punch's house, wasn't he?
Yes.
So I'm sure that's got to be heavy, what with all the discarded liquor bottles.
I was about to say that. There's probably a lot of liquor in there, so it's probably rather heavy.
Well, the thing is, the entire bottom floor is just
Booze.
various booze receptacles, and then the top floor is where she keeps all the actual stuff.
Well then, makes sense.
So if you're
That's
allergic to
fine.
glass or aluminum, never visit Berry Punch because you will die instantly.
Allergic to glass.
Are there ponies who are allergic to glass? Like,
That's my special talent.
is that a thing? Shut up, Twist.
Yeah, no one likes your twist.
My special talent is allergies.
My special talent is braces.
My special talent is wanting you to punch me, like, wanting to punch you in the face. That's what my special
So
talent
your
is.
special talent is masochism, top story?
No, it's not. Shut up.
For those of
I'm
you
not
who don't
supposed to
know,
make mistakes, damn it.
Top Story's cutie mark is actually just a picture of him punching Twist in the face.
Yep.
Over and over again. It's animated.
Yeah, it's a gif.
Yeah, it's one of the very few animated cutie marks.
He was lucky. He
I'm
went out.
special.
Yeah. Which reminds us, Donut Steel, what is your cutie mark?
A donut. A chocolate frosted donut.
Is there sprinkles?
No.
What?
Sprinkles ruin donuts. Unless they're coconut. This
This
is
is
a proven fact.
disgusting. You should feel
What's
terrible.
wrong with sprinkles?
On a chocolate donut?
Why would they make
Yeah.
a chocolate donut, though? Like, that doesn't make sense. I mean, they
Wait,
make
it's
other
like
kinds of
a...
donuts.
Isn't it? Is it a double chocolate donut?
It's a double chocolate donut.
Okay.
Chocolate donut, chocolate frosting.
Oh, okay.
Alright, that makes more sense.
Yes. No sprinkles. Curse the sprinkles. And it's because my special talent is being donut steel.
Of course. That makes perfect
That's an
sense.
incredibly special
Yes.
talent.
Yeah.
Right. So, wrapping up this episode, next episode will be recorded whenever we record it. We haven't quite got any sort of discussion figured out, but we will be talking about the royal wedding. So,
It'll
we are all
probably-
looking forward to that.
It'll probably end up being kind of like a season 2 wrap-up episode, more or less, but we haven't exactly planned that out yet.
Exactly.
Do we plan things?
We tend to, yeah, we just don't talk to you about it.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry, Victor. You're out of the loop. Always. And forever.
That's true. It's because I'm always late, isn't it?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
weren't late today, though.
You're
setting a
you
precedent
weren't late
now. If
today.
you're late from now on, we're going to dock you.
Yeah, you'll get docked points.
And you'll take a
Arbitrary
pay cut.
points that I assign.
You'll have to pay us money to work here.
Wait, you guys get paid?
You don't?
Maybe we should wrap things up. I'm Donut Steel!
I'm Top Story.
And I'm angry!